Waking up to green, ain't no better feeling than that. Population got your bankroll fat. Went from digging in the crates to looking up the stats. Now bookies crashing now when the Degens stat. Degens united as one. Degens united as one. Degens united as one. Degens united to all rob the bookies. I'm a Degen, you a Degen, we some Degen. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, we some Degen, and we should be friends. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, you a Degen, we some Degen. You a Degen, I'm a Degen, we some Degen, and we should be friends.
As always, continue the cheers.
What is up, guys? Back at it again, man. How you doing, Underrated?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Can't complain. Cannot complain. Look at that green. I bet you can't complain either.
Bro, we almost swept yesterday, man. We were only 3 fantasy away from Suggs getting his first half fantasy. He was over, and then he got a offensive foul turnover with like a minute or so left, and then Mitch Robb only had 1 rebound in the first quarter because both teams could not miss in the first quarter. I said that. That's how it goes in first quarter props, especially rebounds. If teams aren't missing or they're turning it over a lot, or there's a lot of fouls, it's going to reduce the rebound chances. But luckily he got his alt rebound. I altered it to 4.5, got 5. Davion loved his assists. He got his alt assists in the first half. Bay Carroll altered him to 17.5. Talked about it yesterday. Landed right in 18. Hero altered to 19.5. I landed on 20. And I said the reason we're altering this because these cup games, man, their defense ramps up, lower scoring. Both games went under the point total. Talked about taking the under point totals, right? Magic Heat 225. I believe that it ended at, and I believe the implied total was 234.5. And then the Knicks Raptors was at like 224.5, 225.5, and it finished at 218. So, yeah, that's just how it goes. But these set of games should be higher scoring because of the superstars involved, minus the Sun side of things, which we'll get into. But yeah, 241.5 for the Lakers Spurs. A lot of offensive power in that game, so it'll be a little bit different. But we talked about Anthony Black, 4.5 rebounds, very popular yesterday, especially on our stream. Line felt fishy, guys. Felt fishy, man. They opened it at 5.5, like I said, and they brought it down to 4.5 with barely any juice on the over. Usually, when they bump something down like that, a whole full rebound or assist, or even a point, like they'll bump it down, but then put juice on the over, heavy juice, like minus 135 to minus 150, you know. But they didn't do that. All the books were price scout, trying to get the best price to get people to come to their site and bet it. So we saw a lot of minus 125, and he only had 3 rebounds, but he got the RA, and that's what we were on the night before, was his RA, is the assist potential here. And then we landed on Goga on the stream. J-Main brought him up, and then the more I looked into it, the more it made sense, and he crushed in the first half, man. The rebound opportunities were there, the rebound putbacks. And then Bane and Black got their RA. And the Bankero, we talked about his first half under. Barely stayed under, but he stayed under 15 PRA in the first half. His line was 16. Figured that he will play a little less minutes, take him a little bit to warm up. Still not up to game speed and form, so starting off a little bit cold. And yeah, everything else is good, man. Let's get into it. Next game, or next slate. Suns at Thunder. So big news is Devin Booker. Is he going to play or not? Right. I've not seen any reports on like shoot around or anything like that, so I have no idea. It was a groin injury, which I feel like he's had a lot of lower soft tissue issues over the years, right? I think it's usually his hamstring, and then sometimes his groin. It's his groin this time around. Let's see, Suns beat writer. Let's see if they have any information. Nothing. Nothing. So wait and see. But he opened at 22.5 last night, and now he's all the way down to 19.5. First of all, it's a bad matchup. Second of all, like, if he does play, how much run does he get? I mean, we have no idea how he's looked in practice. Is he scrimmaging full contact, like full scrimmage, or is it like light walkthroughs and drills that he's doing only? We have no idea. I wish we had that information. But yeah, I mean, he hasn't played since about almost 10 days. The fact that he was upgraded means, I mean, he's probably been ramping up, probably has been scrimmaging. And if he does play, gotta imagine he'll play around 30 minutes. Because if he was not good to go, they would just keep him out. Look at that, just bumped to 20.5 before our eyes. His lines have just been moving all up and down, all over the place. I think I wouldn't mess with him right now, man, until we get the news. And maybe he's just to stay away. I mean, altogether, it's a bad matchup, right? But he could get there from free throws at such a low line. The last meeting, he had 21 points and went 9-11 free throw shooting. You know, OKC will foul aggressive defense. Who are the officials? James Williams and Ray Costa. So they're pretty fair. And then another game, it's John Goble and John Butler. Okay, so these aren't really foul heavy refs here in both games. So, and they were letting them play. And if you watched those Cub games yesterday, they were letting them play a lot of the time. So, yeah, I'm not sure about Devin Booker. I mean, the main thing that OKC does is they're really good at stopping isolation, guys who are going to have the ball in their hands and trying to score in isolation or create their own shot, drive to the basket, and they want to limit everything inside the paint, like high percentage shots. They want to make it very difficult, but they will, by doing that, they will leave open shooters on the outside for the three ball because they want teams to take those low percentage shots, the deep range shots. So that's going to be guys like Grayson Allen and Gillespie and Royce O'Neal. These spot-up shooters. They're just going to be sitting there waiting for the shot, and if guys like D-Book or Dylan Brooks are driving in and they kick it out, they're going to find them. I mean, Royce O'Neal had 11 points, 3 of 8 from 3. So I expect the same thing here. These spot-up shooters probably are going to take a lot of threes, especially since they're going to be trailing with majority of the game too. It's going to increase the three-point volume. What is yes? See, like a lot of teams are taking a ton of threes versus the Thunder, giving up 6 most 3-point attempts. So do we have a 3-point attempt prop for any of these guys? The board's kind of limited in these like secondary category on PrizePicks at least. Let's see. Yeah, they're smart. They're not offering any Suns. Suns are the only players on the board without a 3-point attempt prop, and for good reason, because that's the only hope they have today is just to go nuclear from 3 and shoot like at a way high percentage clip from 3 in order to stay in this game. So Royce O'Neal, I would have considered him his 3-point prop if it was 1.5, 2.5. Yeah, I expect him to take again 6 to 8 threes again today. Especially if D-Book can't make it is a no-go. Grayson Allen did not play in that game. Gillespie had 24 points, 6 of 11. See, I mean, yeah, they're just going to chuck threes here, man. And that was with D-Book playing and Dylan Brooks, but no Grayson Allen. I mean, if D-Book does play, I might consider under on the villain here. I can see him get into early foul trouble against SGA and J-Dub. It's mainly the free throws I'm worried about, but yeah, scoring's going to come for somewhere. I think Ryan Dunn, he didn't play in that game either. It's a terrible matchup for him as well. Most of his points come in transition. Spot up, he does do some spot up shooting, but yeah, 63% of his points within 10 feet. OKC's the best at that. You can catch it at 7.5 points on the under. That could be in play for sure. Mark Williams dropped 13 points. He went 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Now that's rare because look at the next game against the Lakers. He went 1 of 3. I can't count on him to make his free throws. That's for sure. So without those 3 free throws, he would have finished. He would have hooked his points with 10. Only played 22 minutes. I could see the Suns going small here. More so than not, like having running Iguodala at 5, because OKC, yeah, they're gonna play a lot of small ball. I might just not mess with Mark, man, because his lines are so low. He could just get there by lucky offensive rebound, putbacks, free throws. But I don't want to take the under. On the over, because on paper it's a horrible matchup. OKC has been the best versus centers, and especially restricted shots converted near the basket in restricted area. Number 1 all season. So even without Hartenstein, I think I'm just gonna have to leave Mark alone. Grayson Allen, if D-Book plays, I mean, the PRA, I was thinking about the under, but then I was like, one thing Grayson does, what he will do, is he will drive and kick it out and find people, or drive and kick it to Mark Williams and convert on assists. So I worry about him picking up like 3 to 4 assists, and then he gets like 3 rebounds randomly. It's like he has potential to get 8 RA here for sure. And it's a matter of, and then does he put up 15 or more points? That's the question. And like I said, the catch and shoot will be there. That's what OKC gives up the most. So he's probably going to take a lot of threes. But since returning from his injury, he's not been doing much, right? After his injury on November 13th, came back 10, 9, 12 points. He went on that heater for a bit where you're shooting three ball at a high clip, like 45 to 50%. It was crazy. This is tough. Suns are tough, man. Suns are tough, guys. I mean, I always want unders versus OKC, but I feel like the Suns are like, they're built, like all their players have the potential to go over their point line because of the style. Like they're all spot up. A lot of them are spot up shooters, and those are the guys that tend to go over versus OKC. The only one that isn't is Devin Booker, but we don't know if he's going to play, and his lines are pretty low now. So let's wait and see. I would say if Devin Booker plays, I might consider the under still. And then if he doesn't play, then let's see what the lines go to. I'm sure that if he doesn't play, then Dylan Brooks will get bumped up probably 19.5, 20. And then might consider the under there. And then might have to leave everyone else alone. I do feel like Royce has potential to hit 2 or 3 threes here because he's just going to be left alone, left wide open. But I don't want to bet on Royce. I think the only one I would consider would be Gillespie because he's been shooting so efficiently and he matches up the best here. And coming off a really good game against the OKC as well. But I would definitely alt him down if I want to take the over. But let me know what you guys think. I think if D-Book is out, I could see Grayson Allen picking up some assists from what I said earlier, where he's driving and kicking it out to spot up shooters. I could see it. But Gillespie will too. Okay. OKC. So no Isaiah Joe. Still no Hartenstein. I mean, you know what we're going to get, right? They're pretty easy to figure out. It's going to be SGA priority 1, and then J-Dub and Chet are going to switch off on usage and scoring. But if you look at last year's Cup games, SGA went off in every single game. Once they dropped like 39, 32 in the quarterfinal, semifinal. But with his line, you just got to worry about him getting it done in 3 full quarters because at the end of the third quarter, he will check out and he will not start the fourth. And he will only come back in the fourth around the 7.5 minute mark if the game is somewhat close. If it's a blowout, he will not play in the fourth. But he's been getting his point line a lot of the games this season with not even playing the fourth quarter. But with there being a 14.5-point spread and how much OKC blows teams out, if I want to take SGA, I would take the alt point line because of that reason of the blowout potential, not playing in the fourth quarter. If you alt him to 25.5, he's got that in 21 of the 23 games this season. Even games with J-Dub back. So the 25.5 feels pretty good. You're gonna have to eat the juice on it, but it can be a parlay piece if you need it, for sure. And then I don't want to call it between J Dub and Chet here. I don't really attack the Suns for anything. Chet had a really good game against them last time. But that was J Dub's first game back from injury. So he was just getting his feet under him, only played 29 minutes. Yeah. I don't want to choose between those two. I think one interesting prop I had was AJ Mitchell under 10.5 points. It's now at 9.5 in most books. What's juice on the over? But if you look at the games where all three, Chet and J-Dub, are playing, besides Portland, who he loves to play, and he just dominates Portland both times this season. If you look at these games, man, like, he's not shooting much. And he's going to play anywhere around 25 minutes, probably. I mean, we just saw him in that last game against the Jazz without SGA. Do absolutely nothing. Played 29 minutes. He was even out there for a couple minutes with the cleanup crew in the start of the fourth quarter. Did nothing. Took five shots total. 7 points. 2 rebounds, 4 assists. I thought about the PRA under, but he does have assist potential for the second unit. So I think just the points at 10.5 I might consider, or I might alt it up at Underdog 13.5, 14.5. Yeah, Blazers, he had 28 and 27. PRA. He had 21 and 17 points. He just likes playing the Blazers. I just think because Caruso is back. Dort is back for this game. You don't have Isaiah Joe, but different positions. And then Aaron Wiggins is there. I mean, there's just a lot of mouths to feed on this team now. And the big three are going to dominate the usage so much. And he won't play the entire cleanup crew minutes. He checks out like not too long after the starters check out. The cleanup crew guy was always Isaiah Joe. Yes, he played about 3.5 minutes and then checked out. And that the last blowout against Utah. So he's not even playing these like 8 to 9 minute garbage time if it's a big blowout. And then he only played 5 minutes in that game against the Suns, I think. I don't know what happened. I can't remember. I don't know if he got injured or not. Because he played the next game. I'll have to go back and look at that. I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, it's like all green bars, but all these are games that J-Dub was not playing, right? And so, really, it's a small sample size. That's the only thing is we have 3 games where all the main 3 OKC dudes are playing, and he only won over it 10.5 one of the 3 games, and it's because it's the Blazers, which is like a perfect matchup for him. Okay, that's just a lean though, because his minutes are kind of hard to project. I project 25 minutes, but we also have Dort back too. Right? And Caruso, his lines are weird to me, man, because like I feel like in important big games, and especially like elimination games, playoff games, late games. Crusoe is plays a big role in this team. He's like their energy guy. His minutes go up a little bit too in those games, and he's really active on defense. And actually gets some scoring done too. So I just thought he opened at 4.5 points. Some books put him to 5.5, but I just thought the PRA was interesting. Like 9.5, -120 on the under. I just remember, watching all the OKC playoff games and everything. Like, he's very active on defense too, like racking up steals. So I mean, his fantasy could be in play, but I looked at it, it was like 14.5, and it just seems a little bit too high. But it really just depends on his minutes, man. That I'm unsure about. Trying to find what he did last year in the Cup. Semifinals. He didn't do anything in that Rockets game. Really bad matchup for him in that one. But yeah, SGA had 32 points. And there was no Chet at this time either, right? He had that injury. SGA 39 points in the quarterfinals. Bruce played 22 minutes, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. That's what I'm used to him having, 6 points. Yeah. I mean, Jalen Williams didn't do much, right? 18 points, 20 points. And there was no Chet either. It's not the best matchup for him either. Only 5 of 15 this position got their points against the Suns. And 19.5 points. I think we could consider it. Just 1 because of blowout, 2 because SGA is going to black hole. And then you have Chet. And we know J-Dub likes to play, make, and set up others too. It really just depends on, like, whenever SGA is, like, not shooting well and or Chet, like, J-Dub will take over the game if he's needed. But he's not needed. He'll just really just be the glue guy and set up others and work hard on defense. So I might consider it. Because he was 18.5 last night, and he bumped up to 19.5. In some books, it looks like FanDuel at least -130. What do you guys think? What did And then I remember how bad they played in that final championship game against the Bucks. That was disgusting, right? That was the ugliest game. OKC shot terrible. They went 5 of 32 from 3, 16%. SGA 21 points. So Jalen in the three cup games had 18, 18, and 20. So he's right there on the line, man. AJ Mitchell plays 60 minutes. Okay. It's just a matter of, do we think this game's going to actually blow out or not? OKC only won by 4 against them 2 weeks ago. So now it's at OKC. And everyone played. I mean, yeah, Jada was on first game back, though, a little bit heavier restriction. I think Dort played too. Dort played too. Yeah, same unit we're going to see today. Caruso played. Hit 14. Hit 7 rebound, 13 rebound chances. That's crazy. I'm gonna go back and look at each of those rebounds on the box score, video box score. Let's see what's up with that, man. If it's a defensive scheme, and if he's sitting down in the low wing and just scooping them up, that's weird. Okay. Huh. Let me know if you guys got anything though else for this. Happy hump day. What's up, so lots to go? What's up, man? I'm leaning unders in this game though. To no surprise. You just got to land on the right one, because like I said, some of these spot up shooters on the Suns will go over their point line due to the 3-point volume that we should see from them tonight, based on the Thunder's defense and the Suns' style of offense, and how they're only way they're going to stay in this game is knocking down the 3 wall. Okay. Spurs, Lakers. Another obvious, for the Lakers, just like Thunder, obvious choice. Luka here. But the Lakers are fully healthy, right? Do we see LeBron a little bit more engaged in offense and trying to score here, or is he just going to step it up with his rebounding and playmaking? And Luka still dominates, right? They did play the Spurs already. That was early in the season, and Wemby played in that game, but there was no LeBron or Austin Reeves. So that was a big reason why Luka got his points. He wasn't efficient, but he got there from shot volume and free throws. 17 free throw attempts, 27 field goal attempts. So that field goal attempt's not even accounting for all the times he got to the free throw line and the shooting fouls. So he took well over 30 shots that game. No surprise with no AR-15 or LeBron. So different story today with all them back. So probably expect more like mid-20s, like 20 to 25 field attempt. I feel good about taking the 27.5 off, just due to in case Austin Reeves goes black hole and LeBron gets a little bit more involved. I think the interesting thing here is I went back and I watched the video box score on every shot Luka had and why he missed so many. And a lot of it is because Castle was just shadowing him the whole time and on him. And Castle is a really good defender. Definitely Spurs' best on-ball defender. So he was giving him problems, man. And I assume that we'll see the same thing today. I'm sure Castle, there'll be some switching from screens and stuff, pick and roll. But yeah, I think Castle could see Austin Reeves here and there, but his primary assignment is going to be Luka. So Austin Reeves is actually going to have a much easier matchup with Castle. Focus on him. Reeves will probably get Fox and others. So the only thing with Austin is he's got to be efficient with his limited shot volume, with how much Luka's shooting. He's gonna probably 15 to 18 field goal attempts for him. but it's not a good matchup on paper for Austin. And I just don't trust. I can't trust the guy. Look at that. Luka comes back, and Austin Reeves plays 39 minutes, 11 points, 16 shots, 3 of 16 for that matter. He requires a high shot volume, man, to get there, or free throws. So schematically, it makes sense. Like, he should have the easier matchup today than Luka, but I just trust Luka more to get it done, obviously. So, and with Luka, I always what's up, Futon Bets? I always just go with his first half, man. Like, he just, whatever reason, man, he empties the gas tank in the first half. A lot like James Harden, and it just goes hard in the first half, gets all his scoring done, and then he really just takes a back seat in the second half. I remember that one game. What game was it? He dropped like usual 20-plus points in the first half, and it had him at an alt line at I want to say alt line at 26.5 or 27.5, and he didn't get it. Was it the Pelicans game? It was a Pelicans game. What do you have in the first half? Let me see if that was the game. 20. Yeah. So he needed like 4 buckets in the second half. And he only got 4 more points in the second half. That's just how it goes. I mean, he's scoring over half, if not 3/4 of his points in the first half. So if you have access to sites like PrizePicks, Underdog, I always just take his first half. I'll probably mix and match between the PRA and the points. It's like a lot of it's just coming from the points. And sometimes he can fall into the points and get there with the RA. But, LeBron's going to be eating into the RA as well. So, like this game against the Heat, fell short with the points. 11 RA though, had 27 PRA, went over. I think that's really the only one, really. All the other games, he's gone over the points and the PRA. Or if he doesn't get the points, he's not getting the PRA either. So I think on Underdog, it's at 16.5 with the multiplier and the over for his first half point. A little bit better value, but 17 flat on PrizePicks.
Jay Allen's here.
If you don't have, what's up, Jay Allen? Luka first half demon, no doubt, Jay Allen. Even though he's in good shape this year, much better shape than he has been in the past, I feel like he still dies in the second half. So, that's why I always just take his first half. But maybe since this is the Cup game, he kind of treats it a little bit elimination game. He treats it a little different. Doesn't go as hard in the first half. He tries to maintain the gas tank across the entire game. It's the only concern. But the shot volume's going to be there regardless. So, but it is a tough matchup with Castle on him, man. Because Castle forced the ball out of his hand a lot. He had no option that first meeting because there's no Austin Reeves or LeBron with them. It was just him. So he had no other option but to shoot. But now he has some options today to pass. So, yeah, maybe the PRA. What did he have in that first half against the Spurs? 22 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. But again, no Austin Reeves, no LeBron. So no surprise. But he dropped 22 of his 35 points in the first half. So I'm gonna stick to the first half with him, and then I also do his alt too. 27.5 feels pretty solid. I mean, on the season, even with LeBron and Reeves playing, he's gotten that in 82% of his games, and I feel like he should get there, man. The Spurs defense, yeah, Castle's a good defender, but other than that, no Wemby there. Like, Pelicans, I just watched the Pelicans torch him. Derek Queen, they had no answer for him, man, whatsoever. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Everyone was scoring. Everyone was getting ball. Everyone but Fears. Yeah, Castle shut down Fears. Shut his ass down. Yeah, I feel better about the ult just because of the Castle effect. He slows him down just a little bit. But hopefully he just gets there on the shot volume. Another thing is that Castle fouls at a really high rate, man. I was looking at his like fouls per 100 possession, and he's up there for guards. He's like top 15. See what he's averaging fouls per game. So I think Luka could definitely get him in foul trouble. Definitely gets the free throw line with him on him. Yeah, look at last season, 2 fouls per game. This season, 3.6. 3.6. That's whew. He is fouling, man. He had 4 fouls in just 23 minutes. First game back from injury against the Pelicans. 5 against the Warriors, back-to-back games. 3 against the Bulls. Fouled out against New Orleans, 6. 3 against the Rockets. 4 against the Lakers, who he's playing today. 5 against the Suns. 4 against the Heat. Come on, man. Come on, you gotta keep your hands to yourself, Castle, here, man. I worry about Castle for that reason. I worry that I worry about him getting in foul trouble today. Just how much of a foul magnet Luka is, man. And even Austin Reeves. Like, say he gets switched on to Austin Reeves. Reeves has been just getting to the free throw line like crazy this season. And he can draw fouls too. Let's look at teams that draw the most fouls. And I think this is a good segue to the Spurs. Opponents. Lakers are top 4 drawing fouls. No surprise. How many free throws did Luka have in that game? 17 attempts, free throw attempts. Man, I can see Castle getting early foul trouble, guys, here. I can see him getting early foul trouble in the first half. And then lose out on minutes because of that in the first half. I can see it. I can see it. So I'm going to Fox. I went to Castle last game against Pelicans because first game back, I knew he was going to come out aggressive, hungry, been out for so long. And Fox just kind of chilled, took a back seat, right? But Fox is notorious on being the Lakers killer, man. He loves playing the Lakers. For whatever reason, he gets up for Lakers games. Maybe it's a LeBron effect, but especially at the Lakers, man. The guy, I just had a golden rule for like the last 2 or 3 years. It's like take Fox's points and fantasy points versus the Lakers. I always play him at DFS versus the Lakers. Like, he is so consistent versus them. Doesn't matter what team he's on, who's on the Lakers. Like, dude loves it. Loves Lakers. Let's look at Lakers. Last game, 65 fantasy, 49 fantasy, 58 fantasy, 50 fantasy, 45 fantasy, 61 fantasy, 29, 28, 44, 28, 31, 32, 30, 34 points over his last 3 years against the Lakers, bro. I'm telling you, like, that is like one, like, I always have rules, and like that's one rule I have, and it's always come through. Now it's a different situation because, like, again, he's on a different team. This is the first time he's playing at the Lakers while being on the Spurs. Let's see, did he play the Lakers last year while he was on the Spurs? No, so this is the first time playing the Lakers overall. since joining the Spurs, but it's been so consistent, man. I mean, the Spurs are a deep team. They have a lot of players, do a lot of the same stuff, and a lot of guys can go off. But at least there's no Wemby. But yeah, I'm taking Fox's points. Feel good about ulting it to 19.5. Or playing 22.5, and then I'm going to take his fantasy at 37 on PrizePicks. I feel like that's too low for the amount of minutes he's going to play in this big game too, and especially if Castle is somewhat still limited on his minutes, and he gets in foul trouble, right? Like Dylan Harper also had like a huge game against the Pelicans that last game with Castle playing, but he's a rookie, and like this being a cup elimination game, I feel like rookies kind of take a little bit more of a backseat. Let the vets take over, man. I feel like Fox shows up. It's just my feel, man. It's just my feel. We know he can rack up steals, he can rack up the assists, and then the scoring's going to be there. Let's just look since last season with fantasy point per minute with Wemby off the court and Castle on the court. And so with them both on the court, Castle has a higher fantasy point per minute. Yeah, so Fox is at 1. Let's take it to this season. Only a 35-minute sample size. But on this season at least, 1.27. So I'm going to put him at like 1.2. Now put his, if he plays 30, I put it at a generous 34 minutes. I mean, he should play 35 plus in this elimination game, a close game. Yeah, probably 35, 37. I put some like over 40 fantasy. But then if you want to like bump it down because of the Castle effect, yeah. I mean, if he can get up to like 36, 37 minutes and still average only a fantasy point per minute, he's still right there on that 37 flat for a push. But I just noticed the Lakers get killed by like guards who can score and create their own shot, man. And we even saw Dylan Brooks go off for like 36 points versus them, bro. Yeah, but I mean, I do like Castle. I like him a lot here. It's he has a tough assignment, man. Shadowing Luka all game and only being his second game back.
Guess what, Josh? Guess what?
Yeah.
Ayo's here.
What up, Ayo? I thought you had something.
What? Thought I had something. What? Ayo's here!
Ayo. I thought you had something related to
I know. Sports, huh?
somewhere sweating. Yeah. What's up, Ayo? What's up, Ayo? Yeah. What do you guys think? How do you feel? It's tough. The Spurs are tough, man. The Spurs are tough because thoughts on Dylan Harper, RA. I took Dylan Brooks over 3.5 fouls. He had 5 in the last 2 matches. Oh, that's it. That's a solid one. 2 lots ago. Yeah, SGA, another foul magnet. Yep. Look, we don't get Castle foul prop. We get Vassell of all the people. Thoughts on Dylan Harper RA? It's interesting. Lakers give up assists, right? And he didn't play in that game, last game versus Lakers. I think even the 3.5 assists is interesting. Because he is running like the second unit. And like he's out there when either Fox or Castle's on the bench. So let's look at their last game against the Pelicans. Flip chart. Yeah, so he gets some minutes with both of them off the court too, like especially in the first quarter. He gets about 4 minutes, just him out there. He gets some in the third quarter, a few minutes with them all off. See, here's the thing: is like Castle only played a 3-minute stint in the fourth quarter because of the minute restriction. But if like Castle's playing like normal rotation here, like Harper does not play this many minutes in the fourth quarter whatsoever. Like he closed to play the last 6.5 minutes. So, if anything, plays most of his minutes in the first half. So I would look into his first half props if you like him. But the RA, yeah, I just worry about the minutes. Like I don't know, like Castle played 23 minutes. Got to think that goes up to 20, 28 in a cup game. But it is his second game back. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to spread out his minutes. They front-loaded his minutes. Probably because they knew they were going to blow the Pelicans out or win. So they didn't need him for closing time. They just like front-load all the minutes early on. Get him going. A little bit different today. Okay. So he basically split, him and Castle split the minutes. 25 and 23, the 48 minutes. But yeah, Harper, he's going to get, especially in the first half, mainly the first half, he's going to get about, it looks like anywhere from 7 to 8 minutes of just him on the court and no Fox or Castle. So just him playmaking. So, yeah, he's got to be efficient in that 8-minute time, and his teammates got to make their shots if he's passing to him during that 8-minute span. But Lakers, 6th most assists allowed, so that makes sense. Let's see if we put him to let's say Castle plays 5 extra minutes today. We bump Harper down to 20 minutes to be conservative. That's where it gets scary. This is looking at the 3.5 assists. Let's look at the RA. Small sample size, only 4 games, but still scary. But I mean, the bookies are setting the line like as if he's going to play more than 20 minutes because they have this data, they know. So, yeah, really, he needs to get up to mid 20 minutes. Even when he plays 25 minutes, man, he's only getting this 3 of the 9, 4 of the 9 for the assists. think it's a little volatile, man. Jay Allen, they're too many mouths to feed. Fox does look good in this situation. He does. He does. But you're right. I mean, they do have a lot of mouths. They have just a deep backcourt, and that's the problem. That's the problem. And a lot of guys that do the same thing. But let's get into their other players as well. Obviously, Castle in play, but you got to worry about foul trouble, and you got to worry about his minutes. Like, it's not guaranteed he's going to get up to 30 minutes second game back. Only, like I said, only 23 first game. And if they're liking what they're seeing from Harper recently, then maybe they go to Harper more still, and it's an even split, like 24 minutes, or 20. If they give Castle a few more minutes, like instead of 23, they give him 26, then Harper gets like 22, 23, so something like that. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. I think both their minute projections are really hard, so I might just stay away. I might stay away from both of them, to be honest. Like, we know Fox, his minutes are secure. Out of those three guys in the backcourt, we know Fox minutes locked in, right? Now the usage, that's going to fluctuate matchup, game to game, and who's hot in the backcourt and who's not. But I'm just going off of minutes, man. That's all I can go off of here. So if I had to choose in the backcourt, I'm going to go Fox. And then Lakers really struggle in spot-up shooting too, right? They are bottom 5 in spot-up shooting defense. And what the Spurs do, man, they'll have their wings out there just sitting in the corners, whether it's Vassell, Champagnie, Harrison Barnes. They just love having these guys in the corner, and then Castle or Fox will drive in and kick it out to one of those spot-up shooters. Interestingly, Lakers dead last in this corner over here in three-point defense, which I went and looked, and I was like, is this true? And, like, look at Champagnie just running down this corner. Hits that left corner. Hits it. But, yeah, I mean, this is what they do. Like, you got guys in the corner. Castle's going to drive in, kick out, and they're going to be in the corner over the break on the top. You're going to see a lot of that tonight, man. Like, Champagnie loves that left corner. Tried him again. Barnes hit a corner 3. So, if you're betting on those guys, you're literally betting on them to just make those corner 3s, and those are the highest percentage 3s, right? It's the shortest distance to the basket. They say the easiest to make. And if you look at Champagnie, a lot of his shot volume is from that corner, 25%. Harrison Barnes, 16%. Champagnie had 14 points in that game. But again, there was no Dylan Harper and no Fox. So he's a hard click, though, man, because he's literally just going to catch and shoot in that corner. So really, you just take his 3-point prop, I feel like. But it's at 2.5. Doesn't feel good, guys. And Harrison Barnes, the ultimate yo-yo, man. If he follows the yo-yo track today, man, he's gonna have 10 points today. Up and then down, up and then down. He is the worst to bet on, especially on the Spurs. And he had a mixed bag last season versus the Lakers. So 14 points in that game, but again, no Fox, no Harper. And if you're taking him, you're hoping he's hitting the corner 3. But he tends to melt versus LeBron. As a Warriors fan, when watching him when he was on the Warriors, he bricked every wide open 3 anytime he played LeBron, especially in the playoffs. So I will forever hold a grudge against him. I mean, Vassell, he's another catch and shoot guy, right? He had 15 points in that game. And that was 15 points with Fox and Harper out. 2 key backcourt guys. And we saw first game back with Castle, Vassell did nothing, man. His usage went down to an 8% usage rate, 5 field goal attempts. only 4 potential assists, converted on 3 of them, and then only 3 rebounds. So really, I mean, there's juice on his under 3.5 rebounds. There's massive juice on his under 2.5 assists. I was just thinking about taking an under 20.5 PRA, man. To be honest, the only downside is that like it is a good matchup for him, scheme wise, and like his style of offense and the spot up shooting. But all the RA is accounted for with Harper, Castle, Fox, and a lot of the shot volume from them too. It's just a matter if he catches fire or not. That's it. He's such a streaky shooter, man. He's gotten this 20.5 PRA in a lot of games. Let's look at the games. See, there's not going to be many games. All right, so these are games with Fox and Castle playing. Yeah. He's gotten in 1 of the 6 games. And then if we add Harper, that was the only game, was that recent Pelican game. But I think Wemby was in. So Wemby was in those other games. That's the only other thing. So, yeah, man, I don't know about him. I mean, his juice coming in on the under 19.5 now because he opened at 20.5. Is he still 20.5 on PrizePicks? No, he finally bumped down to 19.5. I'll probably stay away now. I'll probably stay away. So Lotso said, I took it Dylan Harper 6.5 RA this morning. I see PrizePicks has altered the prop ever since. Appreciate the insight. Yeah, no worries. As much information we can get, man, the better to make our decisions, right? Yeah, more info, more insight and opinions we get from multiple people, multiple angles can only help. Speaking of that, what do we do with the seller here, man? Maybe I just stay away. Maybe I'm playing with fire. Because really, like, all these secondary guys can just switch off night to night on their usage and shooting. Like, Barnes can go from having 15 field goal attempts to having 6. And then the cell picks up a lot of the secondary shooting outside of the main guys. Right? Like, 15 field goal attempts last game for Barnes, and then the game before that, 7. Right? And then Vassell, they switched off, see? Vassell had 16. That game that Barnes had 7. And then next game Vassell has 5 and Barnes has 15. So like you're literally choosing the hot hand who comes out hot, and that person that comes out hot is gonna dominate the shot volume, and the other one's gonna take the back seat. So maybe the live betting is the way to go. That's what I'll probably do, guys. Because I think pre-flop, it's just you're shooting in the dark here. Because the shot volume distribution is just all over the place. Yeah, because you'll see right away with Harrison Barnes, like whether he's aggressive or not. And if he's not, and he's not shooting that much, then I'll just take the under on him and not mess with Vassell and others. But if Barnes is coming out aggressive again and taking 10 plus shots, then I'll go right to Vassell's under, because there's just not that many shots to go around in a game. So especially with the main guys locked into their shot volume. Fournette, bad matchup for him, but they nerfed him. I think he opened at 14.5 PR and 16.5 PRA, and he's gone down 1. His points were 7.5, now it's 6.5. His rebounds were 7.5, now it's 6.5. Everything got nerfed by 1, and that's just because of the matchup, man. Lakers top 2 in rebounding. They're not allowing centers to score that much. And his usage is just so low. I feel like the only way he really scores is putbacks, from what I've seen. I think his lines are too low now, though, to mess with. He could land some lucky assists and rebounds and then get a couple putbacks. It's slow, man. 15.5. I like the under rebounds when it was 7.5. But I was thinking about altering it up to 8.5 on Underdog, and it was like 0.72x for that. That feels pretty good. He's only gotten that in like 4 to 15 games. Pelicans is a good rebound matchup for him, and that's why he had 12 and 9 versus them. So that makes sense. Kings a good rebound matchup for sure for centers. If you look on a season for centers rebound, Lakers second least rebounds allowed to centers, and the Kings are number 2, and the Pelicans are number 6. So that's a big reason why he had all those rebounds in those 3 games. And the Blazers, average. But I think they give up offensive rebound. They had 4 offensive rebound in the game. Yeah. 6.5 though. Almost a 50% hit rate. I just hate for him to get lucky, man. All of it, it's really the offensive glass is where he's getting most of the work done. And Lakers are top 7. Maybe the PR still, but the 14.5 felt so much better. I might consider it still. What do you guys think? We're getting a lot of nerf lines now. And then back to the Lakers. We're going to finish. I'm not sure what to do with Ayton here. Even with Wemby out, the Spurs have been pretty decent inside the paint defense. He did drop 22 versus them, and that was with Wemby playing too, right? But there was no AR or LeBron. So the shot volume was double to what it normally is. It's normally around like 7 to 8 with everyone playing, and he had 13. Really like 14, 15. So I don't know what to do with him, man. I might just have to leave him alone. Like I said, Austin Reeves probably better matchup wise in terms of like who's gonna be on him. But hard trust, hard click. And LeBron, finally had a good scoring game, but he went 4-6 from 3. I can't trust the Spurs scoring right now. The playmaking, though. Spurs do give up assists. The problem is that his potentials are all over the place. I don't like seeing these like multiple games where he's had 8, 9, 6, 8. That's kind of scary. I mean, for a 7.5 assist line, you're going to want at least 15 potentials to feel good about it. And he's had 15 or more only 2 times since coming back. 2 of the 7 games. That's too high a line for me, man. And I can't take the under. it's not worth it at that juice because he has the potential to get rack up the assists if the teammates are dropping the shots, landing the shots. So might leave LeBron alone too. I think I'm just gonna take Luka, man. First half, all and then all full game point, and then run it back with Fox. Fantasy and 19.5 point. I think that's how I keep it simple here. I know it's boring, vanilla, but I don't want to guess on these secondary guys on that in that Lakers Spurs game. Let me know if you guys got anything else, man. That's about it. Gotta wait on the D-Book news. I wonder if he's ruled in, if they'll bump his points up a little bit. Maybe some news will come out about his minutes too. So I expect there to be a lot of line movement on this. It already has been, but I expect there to be even more once the news drops. So I would wait and just see what kind of lines we get. I think it's a good day if you're on Underdog to do Underdog under alts, like bump guys up in this OKC Suns game, bump them up, and then take the under. Because, I mean, if you look at the total, we know OKC games, they usually blowouts, and then the total is like 224, even less than what the Knicks game was yesterday. 14.5 point spread, so feels like a good game for under. You got the best defense going against very, very mid offense. But like I said, one of them on the Suns is going to get there just due to the 3-point volume, and one of them catches fire. If I had to guess, it's going to be guys like Gillespie and then Grayson. And then we'll see about the villain. Hopefully he gets those fouls for you, Sir Lotso. He should. How many fouls did he have in last year? I know he's on the Rockets, but I want to see how aggressive he was. He played the Thunder last year in the Cup. He had 5 fouls. 5, guys. And then he played the Warriors. What's up, J-Main? In the Cup quarterfinals. He had 4 fouls. Feels pretty good, Mr. Lotso. Feels pretty good. The only thing you got to worry about is if it's an absolute blowout and he just loses out in fourth quarter minutes, and that's it. You want that full run. Feel good about it. What's up, J-Main? We're about to get out of here, man. Let me know if you got anything. Feeling pretty good about Fox. I'm alting just in case. I'm doing the fantasy and I'm also doing all points just in case Castle dominates usage again. And then, first half Luka and full game alt too. I'm not going to overthink this one, guys. All right. There you go, man. Keep it simple. And then all the unders I liked since last night, I bumped down since, and I hate playing bumps, so I don't know if I want to take them now. And I'll look around these secondary props. We'll throw in this first or lots of throw in the villain personal fouls. I wish it was a better officiating crew for fouls, but we'll work with what we got. And then they're they're so limited on the free throw board too. I'm considering. Oh, you see, he's in the books. He's 19 and a half, but PrizePicks won't bump him up to 19 and a half. I might consider J Dub under just because of the blowout and the amount of usage that SGA dominates. And AJ got bumped from 10.5 to 10 flat now. Brian Dunn's down to 5.5 now too. I got him at 7.5 earlier. They're just nerfing everything, guys. So I mean, I do think it's a good day for unders, mainly for the first game. So like I said, I might just leave all the unders for Underdog, and then for my overs, leave that for PrizePicks, and just split it up that way. So mainly just stack. I'm gonna stack like the second game for overs on PrizePicks, and then do all the unders under alts on, bump them up a little bit on Underdog since everything got nerfed so much already. I don't. I'm late. I got busy. Came at 3:09. Hey, you're good, Jamie. You're good, man. We're back to normal schedule tomorrow, right? Oh yeah. No more cup. Oh, we get Big Edie versus Nurk. Give me that under all day, every day.
Oh, I'm going
I
3
can't wait
units.
Yeah, put him at as usual 9.5 points for Nurk, and I will take that all day. We got to catch it early though, because that will definitely nerf over time to down to 8.5.
What's that, tomorrow?
Friday.
Friday.
So you look forward to tomorrow night. I like the Friday slate. It's not too big. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Before we get out of here, let's look at Imagine no Euro board, huh? Let me just look at the games real quick. And what time they start at? They start. There's 5 games. It's a big Euro slate. That's a pretty big slate when you have 5. First game's at 11 a.m. our time. Is that right? I think so. So let's try to stream at 10. Underrated tomorrow, 10 a.m. our time.
Yep, let's do it.
West Coast time, and then that'll give us an hour for the first game. Am I looking at the time right? Are you seeing 11? Sometimes the conversion on.
Let me look real quick. Let's see. Props Builder says first game is at 11:05. Yep.
All right, cool. That game I'm interested in too. And then the other ones start like 25, 30 minutes after that. So that's good. So we'll get ready for that game. I always like attacking MTA. So pre-lean would be Nando. Do we have Nando props? We do. 14.5. I like that. I like that, guys.
Nando Commando. PrizePicks
You like
said
Nando?
fuck.
You're watching him, right?
Yeah, he's all right. What about PrizePicks is done with it, huh?
Yeah.
They better bring it back tomorrow morning.
But yet they're offering all this BS like other leagues, the domestic leagues, like domestic,
Yeah.
the French, the German. So dumb. Might hold off on the Nando though, because it might bump down. Let's see if Juice keeps coming in on the under. Let's see if it does. Other one, I'm going right back to him. I know he had a bad game, but this is a great matchup for him. I got to do it. I got to go with Francisco against the fastest paced team in Paris.
We love you, Francisco. We love you.
Yeah, best matchup for guards. Going right back to it, 17.5. Is he on here? Better give it to us. Fuck. No. Wait. 16.5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's way up there.
16.5. I'm with that.
Oh, you like the 16.5? Thought it was too high.
No. He's normally an average matchup 15.5, and Bet365 has him at 17.5.
Really?
Minus 125 on the over. Yep.
Wow, I see
So that'll
16.5 minus 102 on Builder. Well, see, they'll probably switch it tomorrow.
And this will probably have a multiplier by tomorrow too.
Mm-hmm.
On Underdog, we'll see. Great matchup.
Better use
Great
it in your
matchup.
new streak.
Yep. And then Real Madrid. I mean, TJ Short's at plus money for 9.5 in a good matchup. Feels pretty good too.
If he starts.
Plus 105. Yeah, Sting. You gotta wait. You gotta wait to see if he's starting.
2 minutes before a tip.
Right. Yeah, that's all I got off of first rep. Oh, let's see what. Do they have Francisco's assist line? 6.5. That feels really good. As well. He gets at least 7 minimum every game. But you're paying for a multiplier. So. Oh, and there's an NBL game tonight, and it's back on Underdog at least. But we get 2 players each team. Wow, thanks Underdog. I just keep going under Tyler Harvey. And I think we can go under Dukas.
I'm going under Harvey right now on Bovada.
He's just like an auto under every game, isn't he?
16.5? Yeah.
He's normally 17.5, but
Yeah.
Dukas, Freeman Liberties came back and returned to Brisbane. He should eat up a lot of usage. And Dukas is not it, but the Hawks defense is bad too, though. That's the only problem. I'll look into this, but yeah, that's not many options, man. Dabble is it's the place to go for NBL. But yeah, yesterday I used the boost, the NBA boost. They've been given 1 NBA boost per NBA Cup. And yesterday I cleaned up with the alt unders, man. So I recommend it. I know I said it before, but I hit on all my alt under slips, and I feel like a lot of these stay away from like the main guys. Obviously, like yesterday was Brunson, and today it's SGA, Luka, like those high usage guys. But like the guys that are not gonna have that high usage in tough matchups, especially that OKC and Suns game. Those alt unders, I see they're taking them away today too, and they're starting to get stingy with them. So, got to get on them. Got to jump on them as fast as you can. But if you stack them up, enough of them, and then you use that multiplier, you get a really nice payout. So, I recommend that for sure. Especially like these playoff like games, where a lot of times the total goes under. The game total.
You know
All
I
right,
like
Henry, see ya.
those. You know I like
Yeah,
those,
man.
bro. We got to get some of those today.
Yeah, I just didn't have time to share them yesterday. I ran a few of them and then used the boost on one of them. But
Lucky.
I'll cook up one. I'll focus on one now. It looks like they're removing them right now, though. But yeah, I was trying to wait on the Devin Booker news, but I might just run it. We'll see. I'll share it in Discord, though.
Okay.
All right. See you guys at 10 a.m. tomorrow, man. Good luck.
10 a.m. Bright and early.
We'll dominate Euro early. Start off right. All right, guys. Good luck.